Hi YouTube. Oh no. Recently, in Pokemon Unit community, I've been noticing like two things from I think we can call them content creators, right? So two points, right, from content creators. So the first one is rotation. There you go. Right. So I've seen a tweet about rotation. So basically, uh, in that tweet, they made something like, let's go 5-man bottom. All right, 5-man bottom. This is the way to play the game. 5-man bottom. Take the bottom objective. Right. This is the thing. This is why I'm going to start this. I'm going to do this kind of nerding session. Because I think it was actually debunked. Right. It was actually debunked by another content creator, another streamer, and basically I'm going to just explain the situation, right? Because it's not bad. Technically it's not wrong, but also technically it's not right. So the answer of this situation is just it depends, I think. So I guess I'll start with the problem, right? Why I put it to 7:30? Because this is a time where rotation is very important. This is the biggest and the earliest rotation that people usually make, right? Because Reggie Aleki will spawn in like 30 seconds. Reggie Steel, Ice, Rock will spawn in like 30 seconds also. Like Altaria spawns in like 10 seconds. People usually rotate for those things, right? The biggest problem is that people usually just like, yeah, let's just go bottom, 5-man bottom. But I think that is wrong. That is just like if you simply think that yes, just go 5-man bottom, I think it's wrong because it's not that simple. Pokemon Unit is never that simple. I feel like it's a big misconception that people always think that, oh yeah, there's only one way to play the game. No, I don't think that's the right thing. Uh, then another big question comes out, right? Because if I say going 5-man bottom or everybody should just rotate bottom is wrong, like it's situational, it depends and stuff. So should I just go? Should I still follow this, or should I stay top, or should I don't know, maybe just go somewhere else? Maybe invade their jungle? Like it really depends. I think right now there are four factors that people should understand. Right, people should understand about this. Like four factors. So let's say you're playing something that needs stacks. Let's just say Zoroark, right? Now, if you play Zoroark, usually you need to stack, right? Usually you need to stack. Every Zoroark build that I've seen involves attack weight. So if you cannot farm, I mean, if you cannot stack early game, isn't it like the best time for you to stack on top lane, right? If you get like 6 stacks and then you rotate bottom. But basically, yeah, if you play something like Zoroark or maybe like uh Blastoise, the carry Blastoise, uh, Lapras. Who else usually needs stacks? Let's say a Azumarill. Just like these Pokemon that need stacks, right? Any Pokemon that need stacks. Let's just say Zeraora. Let's just say Scyther, Dodrio, Talonflame. These Pokemon, right? Basically, those Pokemon need stacks. So, um, again, this Pokemon can benefit from not going bottom too early. They don't even need to go bottom lane. It's not their job. Like their job is to get the stacks, right? If possible, they should get the stacks so they can carry scale well later on. The also aside from stack, let's say you are a scaling Pokemon. Let's just say you're a Garchomp, you're a Dragonite, you are what else is oh yeah, let's say you're a Gudra, or maybe you're a T-Tar, right? T-Tar actually also needs stacks, but yeah, basically like this for four Pokemons, right? You are a scaling Pokemon. Let's just put Charizard too, right? This five Pokemon, a scaling Pokemon that I don't think they're good when they're not fully evolved. So yeah, isn't it like the time? Like if four or five enemy is like here, right? It's five enemy in bottom lane versus like four of your teammates in bottom lane. Like it's actually a good time for you to farm, right? It's actually a very good time for you to farm. Like it's an empty zone, right? It's an empty space. You have this, you have this, you have like additional five Bumblebee actually, right? This is like five farmable Bumblebees and another Baltoy, right? This is actually a good time for you to just like stay here, farm, catch up, and then after that, like if you have time, if the fight at bottom still happens, you can go bottom, right? That doesn't mean that you need to go bottom, like a straight bottom, right? This is something that I guess this is something that as a top laner or as a jungler, they need to think about, they need to understand, right? They need to understand about it. And also, this is something that I realized because, like in real life, I ride a motorcycle and also I drive a car, right? I ride a motorcycle and also I drive a car. In Indonesia, motorcycle and car is just like, yeah, it's so chaotic. Motorcycle will just like cut through left, cut through left, cut through right, and car sometimes will be in danger, right? But the thought process that I realized is that motorcycle user probably don't understand the car user, right? Like they don't have cars, so they don't understand. They just don't understand. But me, for a person who use both, who use motorcycle and use car, I understand the standpoint of a motorcycle user, and I understand the standpoint of a car user. This is simply true too for Pokemon Unite player. I am an attacker player. I was an attacker player, right? But I'm now more of an all rounder, but emphasis on attacker player. So in that sense, it's weird that a top lane doesn't want to rotate, right? And I guess it's fine. It's really dependent on the situation. Like I said, is it a free farm? Just farm. It's fine. I'll just try to hold bottom. Yeah. The third is actually momentum. Like Frosty said earlier, if bottom lane is already lost, right? Uh, let's just say the enemy are five here, right? The enemy are five here. You're only like two here, right? You're losing, you're backing. Instead of backing, maybe just go top, right? And or just back anyway, right? Just back or just go top. There's always a choice, right? Not to take a fight because even if you give them an EXP lead, quote unquote EXP lead by giving them the bottom objective, I think it's still fine. It's not like you're already losing a game. Just because you lose one objective doesn't mean that you already lose a game. The game will end when you lose Rayquaza, right? The game is 100% ending if you lose Rayquaza, or you cannot get Rayquaza when you're already behind. So again, I don't think that you really need to focus on bottom lane. Like there's time where you just need to go top. There's just time where you just need to hold. There's time where you shouldn't leave top if you're a top laner. And there's also something that is very unique to certain Pokemons. Let's just ignore all of this Pokemon. Now, let's say you're playing something like Zacian, uh, Zacian, Charizard, Garchomp, Dragonite, or maybe something like Cinderace, Duraludon, or Decidueye, Greninja, Dragapult. These Pokemons are very good at ripping objective, right? You probably have seen like people who rip on spot. Actually, yeah, I have put this in way, but basically like this Pokemon can rip objective very fast, and this is the fourth factor, the surprise factor. right? If you can take the objective, why not? While people are busy fighting bottom lane, why not take the top objective first, right? People busy taking bottom, just take top objective. There's no one stopping you. There's nothing holding you back. Just take the top objective first, and then yeah, it's very easy. It's very simple. Again, the misconception is happening. Really, I think that people should really, I think educate themselves is a correct word, right? Like I said, I used to be an attacker player. I don't really look at the top lane subjective, not subjective. I don't look at the top lane perspective. I don't look at the jungler perspective. I don't look at the support or defender perspective. But once I play those roles, I understand the perspective of those Pokemon. I think because people just don't understand the perspective of those things, then yeah, me as someone who has a platform, I think it's my unwritten duty, right? Unwritten duty to spread awareness, basically, just awareness that yeah, it's not that you need to rotate bottom every time, right? If you play top lane, you don't need to rotate bottom every time. Just look at the situation first. Do you need farm? Do you need stack? Is bottom lane losing already? Or can you even take the top objective alone? Like those four factors are something that you need to think about before you decided to rotate bottom. Like even if you're a jungler, you also need to think about that. Really, that's a very good uh, point to think about. Like if you can get top objective, if you can farm, if you can stack, if bottom lane is losing, then yeah, just rotate top. Don't even rotate bottom. Uh, the same can also be said about the next few Reggie Eleki. It's not just 7:30, by the way. Like for example, you get it a minute 5, a minute 2:30. Actually, the minute 2:30 is more important, but minute 5, Reggie Eleki, right? If you think you can stack or not, not actually not minutes 5 Reggie Eleki. I mean minute 5 Reggie bottom. You can still go top and stuff. You can basically just yeah. All right. So I guess that's done with the rotation nerdy stuff, right? Anyway, the next topic is about item choice, right? So lately I've been actually it's not lately. Really, it's not lately. It's not just lately. So the reason why I open Pokemon Unite in the background and yeah, look at this entertainer just invited me, this guy. So the reason why I open this thingy, right? Because I want to show you guys, right? I have a thousand games on Pokemon, not Pokemon yet. I have 1,000 games on Espeon, right? Like I don't want to flex, but probably if you want to ask something about Espeon, I think I will know more than most players, right? I have 1,000 games on Espeon. Low key flexing his Espeon. What a flex! But yeah, basically, I have 1,000 games of Espeon. So if you need someone to ask about Espeon, I am the person to go. Right? I can be one of the person to go. Basically, in the past, I have an experience with people being uh, so what's it called? I guess too passionate. They're not malicious or anything. I guess they're just too passionate. So the conversation was like this. So in the past, before Slick Spoon was released, so basically no Slick Spoon, no Cursed Incense, right? No Slick Spoon, no Cursed Incense. So let me get here. So in the past, before there was Slick Spoon or Cursed Incense, the build used to be like this, right? Choice pack. Wise, choice packs. Wise glasses. And then there are three options here. But actually, there are two options here. There were two options: either Shell Bell or Energy M. Right? Shell Bell or Energy M. Uh, the problem is, uh, the problem was I said Shell Bell is better than Energy M for Espeon. Right? It was specifically on Espeon. Some use Focus Band. Yeah, there's also some people who use Focus Band. I'm not going to say it's a bad item, but like if you want to be an offensive Espeon, there are only two options: either Energy M or Shell Bell. So for Shell Bell, if you read the thingy, it recovers your HP, right? It recovers your HP. It has special attack and it has CDR, cooldown reduction. Energy M also has cooldown reduction. It also has energy rate, right? Energy rate plus 6%. So that means you will get your unit 6% faster. At that time, I haven't really nerd about Pokemon Unite, so I didn't really make a calculation or whatever about Pokemon Unite. But after a few what's it called again? After a few seasons of Pokemon Unite, I started thinking, how about I bring math into the thingy, right? How about I bring math? And I did make a calculation about it. So basically, for Espeon, let's just say Espeon, right? This is Espeon. For Espeon, the Unite is 100 seconds. So if you use what's it called? If you use Energy M, you'll only reduce the cooldown, right? You will reduce the cooldown by only 6 seconds. Is it really that important, reducing the cooldown by 6 seconds? I think not, right? I think not. So there's really no reason for you to run Energy M. Also, this Energy M doesn't really synergize with Espeon. So Espeon's Unite, it quote unquote roots you, right? It roots you to the air. Actually, it roots you to the air. So it's just like, yeah, you're in the air for 1 second and then you're in the air to throw the enemy. So that's 2 seconds already. And then you can only use what's it called, Side Shock and Side Beam. So your Unite is pretty limited. So I don't think Unite. It's just like, it's not good. There is no reason to. There's absolutely no reason to use Energy M on this Pokemon. All right. It's really just like, if you want to get your Unite faster, just farm. That's always the case. If you want to get your Unite faster, just farm. But anyway, right. So right now, it's pretty simple. Like, right, I'm using this kind of build. Choice Pack, Wise Blast, Slick Spoon. So there's also some players who decidedly drop Wise Blasts for Curse Incense. All right, Wise Blasts for Curse Incense, and there's also some players who, like me actually, run EXP share. Now, that's just my experience, but some people, I think this is also brought up by other content creators, other streamers. Basically, they said something like, someone said something along the line of, Pokemon X needs to use item ABC because Unite DB says so. Like, they really quote Unite DB on a Pokemon build. Now, I think it's not a bad idea to use this build, right? If you want to use this build, it's not a bad idea. But I think the problem here, if you want to use this build, you need to understand why this item is why are they using this item, right? And is there any other alternative? Like, yeah, like Seeker for Experience, right? Espeon, Energy M, or Shell Bell. Like, people will say Shell Bell, but again, people will think that Energy M is good. Like, you need to understand what item is good and what item is bad. And again, Like right now, this is the build: choice pack, 6 spoon, white glasses. But there are two other items that you can use. First is EXP share, like at this one, right? Instead of white glasses, you can use EXP share, or instead of white glasses, you can use curse incense, basically, because curse incense is actually good with sword power and side beam in general because it splits. It can hit multiple target. Now, example of Slowbro. Like this is why I'm raising this topic, right? This is why I'm raising this topic. So, someone said someone said that Slowbro needs to use eject button. Like 100% needs to use eject button. But when someone asked the Slowbro main, basically, if you think about Slowbro, you'll be thinking about this content creator. You know the name. I'm not going to mention the name, but basically he answered something along the line that I like eject button is good, potion is good with stack off, but they use X speed. Now then, it's just different, right? It's not eject button, it's not potion. Like X speed. And I know someone who also use X speed. So they make the Slowbro become they turn the Slowbro into Fastbro basically. So this is the problem with Pokemon Unite, right? This is the problem with Pokemon Unite. Not Pokemon Unite, but there is a problem with this kind of thought process. First of all, first of all, it's all about playstyle. To be honest, really, it's all about playstyle. I'm not going to say that people. I'm not going to say to people that no, eject button energy M is bad. No, you can play it, right? You can play it. I'm not going to say that. Like for all Espeon players out there, if you want to, but actually it will broaden up to move choice. But basically, yeah, like if you want not, let's just say for all supports players out there, if you don't want to use EXP share, I guess it's still okay. You're just making your games harder. But if you think you can play without EXP share, if you think you'll be relevant without EXP share, then go on, right? You're not. This is first and foremost a game, a video game. You have the choice to go anything. Uh, so for from Dota 2 experience, there is this legend called No Tail. So basically, he won the world tournament, the TI twice, the international twice. So before he won the tournament, he said something like, anything can work, anything can work. Of course, there's a caveat, like not everything can work. You know, like if you think about putting scope lens into a Slowbro, then yeah, I think it's just not good enough, right? Scope lens on Slowbro, I don't think that will work. But basically like that too, like this thingy, right? Eject button or potion, eject button or potion. So basically, for the idea of Slowbro, eject button is good for initiation, right? It provides better initiation basically, and you can also jump to people, so it has a surprise factor. X-Speed, however, is very good for escape. It is very good for escape. So because you can escape, it also means you're more survivable. Eject button doesn't provide that kind of protection because you only jump for so long. If you're slow, you just get catch again. You just get caught again. So there's no reason to eject button out. Most of the time, there's no reason to eject button out because again, you get slowed, you cannot run away. Um, for a potion, I think it's all about being a tank. What is a tank? Right? Tank is someone that stays in the front line. They soak up damage. If they can soak up more damage by using potion, then why not? Anyway, so I'm going to use Eldegoss 2 as an example. Right? I'm going to use Eldegoss 2 as an example. So the build here, right? The build here is EXP share, muscle band, body barrier, or rapid fire scarf. Nothing is wrong here. right? Nothing is wrong, but there's also another option, which is again, there's another option. The XP share, muscle band, and curse incense. Why this item? Simply because nowadays I had a conversation early last night, so basically about the meta. I think the meta is now turning into sustained meta. Alright. The most Pokemon that is meta will have like high sustain, high shield, and then a glorified focus band, aka conflict, right? A glorified focus band. So if the enemy has Comfey, or the enemy has what's it called? If the enemy has, let's just say Clefable or PC, right? Or maybe another Eldegoss, right? Healing the Metagross. The Cursed Incense will help. It will help considerably. You reduce the healing by 30%, right? You should reduce the healing by 30%, and it will mean a lot in the long run. And then, yeah, let's see. There's also Leafeon, right? So my build here doesn't use Energy M anymore. Again, because of the simple fact that now the Unite is 100 seconds. Like an Energy M will only gives you like 6 seconds more. Yes, the damage is probably high. It will probably amplify your damage, but again, I don't like it. It's not my style anymore. Just because Energy M is good in here, I will not use it. I will instead use my build on the thingy on Leafeon. My build on Leafeon is attack weight, float stone, attack weight, float stone, and the new item charging charm. So basically, it's emphasized well. My playstyle for Leafeon is more of a mage playstyle. It's not a assassin playstyle. I don't really dive enemy. I rarely dive enemy. I'm more of a solar blade and then run out. Solar blade, run away. Solar blade, run away. Right, that's my playstyle. Solar blade, run away. So if I want to use solar blade and run away, solar blade and kite, this item is so good on me. I can position myself with floatstone. I can do a lot of damage if I stack, and also if I use the energy M, not energy M, charging charm. So yeah, it's just a lot of damage on the solar blade. I'm emphasizing on solar blade. Again, you run energy M for the unite solar blade combo. It's fine. It also works, but I just cannot go out without Floatstone. I really need Floatstone for Leafeon. I don't know. It's probably just preference, right? I guess it's just preference. It's my style. Probably will not work on you, and your style probably will not work on me. I just need the Floatstone like for repositioning, and also for rotation. Basically, because if I use Floatstone, I will be able to rotate even faster. The next build is Umbreon, right? Umbreon. So right now, some people are using like weakness policy, a body barrier, and stuff like that, and maybe people also use resonant guard, right? For me personally, I don't like resonant guard on Umbreon. At level 13, the HP pool is only like 8k. I don't like it. But again, if you feel confident, if you feel comfortable with resonant guard, use it. It's basically just like you play the thing, right? It's really not fixed. You can just play whatever you want. If you don't want energy M on, if you don't want energy M on Gardevoir, feel free to not use energy M on Gardevoir. If you don't want to use energy M on Pikachu, feel free to not use energy M on Pikachu. It's it's all okay in the long run, but yeah. But yeah, again, like this about this whole Slowbro situation, eject button, potion, X speed, use anything you want. It's all dependent on your playstyle anyway.